Welcome back to InvestRand, where we take the guesswork out of your property investing. And if you are new here, this is a channel for successful property investors and future successful property investor. Today, we're going to talk about a very painful but yet important topic. Why is your property not making money? Yes, you bought it with the best intentions, but month after month, it is draining everything out of your pocket. So what's wrong? Let's break it down. The first reason could be the location just doesn't work. You've had in property the saying that says location, location, location. Yes, it does sound like a cliche, but it is actually reality. If you bought a property in a location that does not have a high tenant demand, that means you are fighting an uphill battle. Most of the time, what you just want to do to clarify if this is true or not, you just want to ask yourself, is there a demand that is rising of people looking for places to stay in this area? And if the answer is no, then the reason why your property is not making money is because you chose the wrong location. The second reason you want to look out for is you might just have bought the wrong investment property for your investment goals. Let's be real, not all properties are created equal. Most people I know personally, and I'm sure you know, we are sold on new development. The shiny, slick complex with a nice showroom, and you get this brochure when you're driving on the road and they can see that this is going to be a new development in that location that you think is safe and that you love. What they don't tell you about these type of properties is that these are capital growth plays. What that means is there's a high chance that it's going to take you years for you to find even a tiny cash flow out of this property, or if ever, and this is something that people are not realistic about. Versus if you buy a property that's a multi-let, maybe, or multi-family, depending on where you are located, then you have a property that is not the best looking property, is not in the best locations, but it is a cash cow that can actually give you cash flow every month. So the reason why your property might not be making the wrong money is because you might have bought the wrong type of property for your goals. And if you are looking for cash flow and you bought into like a new development and you're expecting it to be a cash cow, then that's exactly why you are disappointed with your property and you're not seeing any cash flow in your pocket today. Reason number 3, it could be your property manager is not doing their job. To be honest, this one is often overlooked because many people forget that you can have the right property, you can have the right location, everything could be going so well for you, but you hire a bad property manager, and you know what that means? That means you will be bleeding money and your property will not be making any money or meeting the returns that you were looking to get out of this property. And we've seen it all in various ways. We've seen where there is no or there's late rental collections, where there's poor screening of tenants, people from nowhere just moving into the property. Perhaps there's no communication that's very clear. Maybe there's a lot of vacancies that are happening in your property, and most importantly, there's no financial reporting. If you are facing any of this and you can see it from your property manager, this is what you need to do. You need to fire them immediately. Why? Because you cannot let someone else ruin your beautiful investment property that is supposed to be building wealth for you and your family. By the way, if your property is not making money, or perhaps you have not started investing in real estate because you are afraid of getting yourself in a situation like this where you bought a property that is just not working, do not worry, we've seen this many times, and that's why we've created a free consultation call where we can actually help you from the beginning to do this thing the right way, where you build a portfolio that actually works, aligning with your goals. And if you're looking for cash flow, the portfolio is cash flow positive. So please do not let just one decision that you made where you bought the wrong property, or perhaps the fear of buying the wrong property, stop you from building wealth through property investing. Look, let us work together to make sure that your property investing works very well for you. Here's the last reason. It is a lack of strategy or clarity on your side as the property investor. And this is the real problem behind all of these reasons, because you do not know what your goal was when you bought your investment property. And this is simple. Did you ask yourself before you bought your property if you're buying for cash flow or you're buying for capital growth? Did you actually buy with a purpose, or did you just follow a hot tip? And that's why at InvestRand, we have created the Property Purpose Framework. This is a framework that helps you ask the right questions before you even buy a property, so your property investment can work out for you. So I'm sure at this point you're asking yourself, Ezra, you've told me all these reasons why my property is not making money. What is the actual solution that I should be looking into? This is very simple. The first thing you want to do next after watching this video is to review your location. And the second thing you want to do is review if you bought the right property type that aligns with your goals. And the third thing that you want to do is audit your property manager. I've already gave you some pointers on what to audit when it comes to your property manager. And then most importantly, you need to review and check if you bought the right property that is aligning with your goals, and did you buy a property with a purpose. And by the way, you don't have to do this by yourself. At InvestRand, we have consultants who every day help people like you who are stuck with a property that is not making any money at all. And what you have to do is just book a free consultation, and we can hear you out, understand where you are right now, and we can be able to help you by mapping out a map that's going to help you go from cash flow negative to actually a cash flowing positive property portfolio. So what do you need to do right now? You just need to go below this video. There's a link. Make sure that you book a call. And by the way, we're looking forward to working with you and being part of your property investment journey. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, make sure that you do subscribe. Until next time.